Yo, I guess this will just be about what I ate yesterday and today. But here's what I'm eating today. It's just convenience food, and then we got these two. But bro, I'm so stupid. Yesterday I went to a soba place, and there's a machine, no machine. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go eat this, eat here, and then I walk in, and I'm like, okay, I know how. I slightly remember how to do the machine, so I'm like looking at the machine, and it's obviously all in Japanese. I'm like, I don't know what any of these look like, so I pressed on one of the things, and then I was like, why can't I put my money in or whatever? But for that machine, you were supposed to put the money in first, and then you press the thing, and then you press like finish, and then it like gives you the change and stuff like that. But I was just confused. I was like, I walk in, I'm just looking confused. I'm like, and it's like not asking me to pay, right? But you put the money in first, and then you press it, and then you press the like finish button, and then it gives you the ticket, and then it gives you your change back. So I did that, and then I took the thing up to them, and I was definitely confused because I was like, this is my first time here. Um, and the person was confused, and then like I guess there was like a more senior person that like came up, and he was like, you want a cold? And I was like, okay, yeah, I want a cold. Um, so so I got a cold, and I went to sit down, and and then my order got called. First mistake was that I like didn't pay attention to what the name of the thing was. I like vaguely remembered what it was, but like I didn't really knew what it was. You know, it's like I don't know if you went to McDonald's and then you order like a single cheeseburger, but then they call it like a double cheeseburger, and you're like, is that my order? But um, they called the thing, and obviously they knew I was confused. So I look at them, and the person is like looking at me, like like eyeing me to like, and I was like, okay, this must be me. And I come up, and then I take, and I'm like, I'm looking at the lady, and I'm like, uh, hopefully this is mine. So I take it, and she was like, chill with it. So it was my order. So I took it, and then I went down to sit, and then I started eating it or whatever. But I have chopsticks right here actually. So it's soba, and it was like the second time I was eating soba. The first time was in like 2023, but I definitely ate it wrong. Um, uh, so I'm pretty sure if my memory serves me correctly. So let's say this is like the soba, like served on the soba, right? Or well, like the little thing, the little plate of soba is here, and then the soba noodles is on top, right? And then you have your like I don't know what it's called, soba sauce, whatever that sauce is called. But you have the sauce here, and then I remember like taking it and pouring it like this. Man, freaking stupid tourist, me. But I remember doing that, and I was like, this doesn't seem like the right way to eat it. But I did that, and I made sure this time I was like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure that way was wrong. So I'm gonna like eye like these people next to me and like see how they eat, right? But nobody was there, and so I was like, shit. So I'm just gonna. So I just took the soba noodles, and the thing was, bro, I'm so stupid. I don't know how I eat it, but I took it, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so stringy. It's like cheese, right? From pizza, when you like pull out the pizza, and it's like, oh my god, this is the longest piece of cheese ever. But I pull it, I grab the soba noodles, and then I'm like twisting it. I'm like twisting it like this. Because I'm like, I don't want to pull all this like soba up. So I'm like twisting it, and there's like a ball, it's like a little ball of spaghetti, like a ball of soba. I'm like, okay, I can eat this. So I have this, and then there's the cup, and I put it in like this, and then I'm like, yum, yum, yum. And I like did that for like 2 or 3 times. And then a guy comes down and sits next to me, and he's like looking at me. I'm like, oh man. And then he starts eating, and he like pulls the noodle up like this. Like he just takes it and pulls it up, and I'm like, ah shit, I guess you just do that. So you pull it up and you just put it into the thing, and then you just slurp it. So then after I saw him do that, I was like, okay, well, I guess this is the proper way to do it. So I started doing that. But then right after I like finished all my soba noodles, or well, not right after, but after I finished all my soba noodles, I saw the guy next to me, like he went to get like a little pitcher. It said like soba, like hot water, I think, but I didn't read that. But it says soba hot water, and he went to take it, and he pours it into the like. Bro, I keep saying soba everything. I don't know what the things are called, but the soba juice, the soup or whatever, just thingy, and he pours the hot water in there, and he like starts drinking it or whatever. And I was like, oh, what the freak? You're supposed to do that? I definitely did not do that last time I went. Sorry to the people that served soba noodles near the Studio Ghibli Museum 3 years ago. But so I was like, okay, I'll do that. But then the thing was, bro, I literally don't know like anything. So so when I was going to sit down, I was like, oh, I see some water there. But I don't know, like, I don't know anything. So I'm not gonna drink that water. So I'm just gonna eat my meal without water. So I go and sit down, but I saw the pitcher of water, and I was like, I should take a cup and then put the pitcher of water in and then drink it or whatever as water. Luckily I didn't, because that is the soba, like hot water or whatever, warm water, whatever you call it. Soba yu, I think, something like that. Sorry for the pronunciation. But I completely would have drank that water. And that would not have been good. And then for dinner, I went to this like Chinese place, right? And there's like nobody in there. Bro, so originally I was gonna go to like a tonkatsu place, and then that place was like closed. So I just meandered until I found like a Chinese place. And then at the Chinese place, there was literally nobody there. The construction of the building was really odd. It's probably not odd, but it was odd to me, like when I first entered it. Just imagine like, it's like a square, right? And when you're in the entrance, you can only see like the square, right? So I enter, and I'm like, is there literally nobody in this building? Like I went to look, and like the kanji for like open business or whatever, the vocab or whatever you call it for open business, it's like open, like, was on there. So I was like, am I mistaken? So I'm just standing there for like 2 minutes, and then I'm like, I yell out. I didn't yell, but I was like, excuse me, I was like, excuse me, and then after I said excuse me, bro, I'm so stupid. After I said excuse me, I like peeked my head in, and then there was like a lady there, like there was like a little wall, and I was like, what the freak? This was here. There was like a wall, and she was like obscured the entire time, and she was like eating in like a little corner, and I was like, what the freak? But there was a customer there. She was just eating incredibly silently, and I just didn't hear her. But when I peeked my head and I saw her eating, I looked to the left, and then like the kitchen is there. So like they just have a little thing that like obscures where a person happened to be sitting and where they like make their food. So the lady that's sitting was like, you have a guest or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, I feel so stupid. And the person was just like, go ahead and sit, right? So I went to sit, because I was standing there because I'm used to like the Japanese places, which are like you stand and you wait and they seat you somewhat. I know not all places do that, but that was what I got accustomed to. So I like stood there like an idiot. And so I sat down, and then I was like, are these the menus? I'm gonna read the menus or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to order. And in my broken Japanese, I was like, yeah, can I get the freaking mabo tofu or whatever, right? The mapo tofu. and I'm and like it's like when my parents speak like English, right? Uh, there's clearly an accent, and so I clearly have an accent when I like speak. And she was like, "Oh, this guy is not Japanese native." So she started speaking to me in Mandarin. Is that like what Chinese people speak with, Mandarin? She started speaking to me in Mandarin. I'm like, oh shit, what the freak? Sorry, lady, I'm not Chinese. I do not speak Mandarin. Um, like she was speaking to me, and I was like, what is she saying? Like I don't understand this Japanese, but it was like I slowly understood. She like assumed I was Chinese because of my horrible Japanese pronunciation. So there's that. And I was like, oh, sorry, like, uh, yes, no, or whatever. I just kept speaking in Japanese with the like broken Japanese that I had, and then she was like, okay, and then she was like, what she was asking me was like, do you want gyoza or something with it? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I do want gyoza with it. And she was like, do you want more rice? And I was like, no, this rice is enough. Um, and so that happens. I eat it or whatever. And I guess this place is like, I guess there's like regulars there or whatever, but like people just came in and they just sat and then they ate and then they just left, whatever. Also, I'm a really slow eater. I should be eating this. Um, but I think that was that. I'm not sure if there was anything else like eventful there. Um, it was pretty good. And so today, I had to buy some ink because I practice writing my kanji. I have my book over here of like, what's that called? Rote memorization. I just like rote memorize them. I feel like I learn a lot better if I like write it out than just like pure memorize it. But also like my kanji knowledge is like really high. I think I talked about this already, but my kanji knowledge is really high. But my vocab and grammar is like zero essentially. And so I can like understand like what kanji readings mean, but aside from that, it's like er. But so I had to go buy some ink, and so on the way there, I got to a Matsuya. And Matsuya is like a chain store as well or whatever. And so this also has a machine, right? But this is like an electronic machine. It's not like one of those push machines. And so I'm at the thingy, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna scroll, right? So I'm scrolling, and I'm looking or whatever. I'm scrolling like this, right? And then it like beeps it like I like my poor like hand-eye coordination. I do this, and it chooses like a meal, and then like it goes, and then like at Matsuya, like it announces literally everything you do. I think. Um, I'm not sure whether that is the case or isn't, but it freaking like announces everything like you do. Like you press this, you press this, you press this. It's like you are doing this now or whatever. One like freaking thingy or whatever. And I was like, bro, oh my gosh. And so I was like, I wasn't even done looking, and I didn't know what I wanted. So and I didn't know where the cancel button was. I was like, where the freak is the cancel button? I did not recognize the like kanji for cancel. And I didn't see like a minus button, you know. So I was like, well, I guess I will eat this. So I pressed like next, and then it like was like, okay, yep, your order is gonna be like whatever. Oh well, I paid obviously. I click the pay, credit, and then tap, and then the little thing comes out. It's like my number. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I mean whatever the heck this is. So I take the slip, and then I go, and then on the floor it's like, please wait here, right? And I went to go eat at like 11 a.m. and basically nobody eats at like 11 a.m. compared to like noon, comparatively, right? So everybody's like sitting, and I'm like the only person standing, and I'm like, it says please stand here, so I stand there because I'm like, is somebody gonna like seat me or And so like I'm just standing, and then there are people like coming in and leaving, and I'm just like an obstacle in the middle of the like restaurant. I'm just like standing there, and it's like, bro, what the hell? Like, I'm so confused. I'm just holding this. Am I supposed to like wait and like whatever? Um, but I stand there for like maybe 3 minutes before I decide, okay, I'm gonna sit down. And so I go and sit down, and I felt a lot more at ease after I was sitting down, because literally I was the only person standing up. But I'm pretty sure that please stand here is probably only for when there is like really busy, um, and hopefully I don't ever go when it's busy. I plan on probably only eating at like 11 and 5. Right now it's like 5:43. I had to go put some money in my like PayPay, because not every place takes like tap or whatever. Um, so I went to go put some money in my PayPay, and so that's like these or whatever. I guess here, let me open these. But oh, I already borked it, but it's good enough. So this is chicken and egg with teriyaki sauce. Sorry, I can't read the actual thing. Um, I feel like food is so good in general here. Like, there are a couple times I ate at like Quick Trip or like other gas station foods, but I mean gas station food can't be compared to like convenience store food here. But they were okay. Honestly, the gas station food wasn't that bad. But in general, I'm not a picky eater. But what's on about? Oh yeah. So I'm like, because I have been like staring at the screen like 24/7. It took a little time for my eyes to adjust to like long distance or whatever. And so I was looking for my number 144, and I like look at it, and it's like 8 minutes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to wait 8 minutes. But it was done pretty quickly. So I went up, got it, and then sat down and started eating my food. And then there was eel sauce, which I recognized because I went to Mr. Tokyo a couple of times, and but this eel sauce was a lot more watery looking. So I guess it's not like whatever eel sauce, probably different stuff. I don't know. I'm not a chef or culinary person by any means, but there was that, and I was like, okay, well, they already have eel sauce. Oh, what I got was an eel like meal set or whatever. So it was like two little eels, and then or well, I guess it's one eel split in half. So and then it has rice, and then miso soup, and then here was like a little packet of something. I was like, what the freak is this? Well, anyways, I'm gonna tear it out and like put it on anyways. So I put that on, and it was pretty good. But then for the miso soup, I was like, where's the spoon? Because when I went up to the counter, like I gave the guy my thing, and bro, okay. Also, I was so confused because I had the ticket, and the ticket has like two pieces, right? I guess one is for them, and then one is for me. But that ticket, I was like, bro, I'm so stupid. I took it and I like showed him. I was like, here's my ticket. And the guy is like reaching for it, and I'm like, oh shoot, he wants the ticket. So I'm like showing it to him, and then I'm like, okay, here, sorry, I didn't know like you're supposed to take that. So he like tears it in half and then puts it on the tray, and then he's like, he clearly knows that this is my first time here, or I'm like confused and stuff. So he's like, please, look at please get the like utensil here, and like whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I take the chopsticks, and then I go and sit, and then I open the miso soup, and I was like, wait, where's the spoon? I don't remember seeing any spoons up there. And so I freaking pull out my phone. ChatGPT saved me. and I pull out and I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, am I supposed to? Is there supposed to be a spoon at like freaking Matsuya and whatever? Now I don't know whether it is right or not, but it said that like typically no, there's no spoon there. You just drink it from the bowl. And I looked to my right and I looked to my left, and I never saw them do it, but I saw that they did not have a spoon. Like they didn't have a spoon in the miso soup, or they didn't have a spoon on their tray at all. Like the guys around me, and I was just looking around. I was like, nobody has a spoon here. So I mean, maybe ChatGPT is right, and I guess there's no spoon. So I was like, okay, well, so I drank it. Hopefully, I did not need a spoon, but I mean, that's really it. And I'm just gonna eat this now, but I think that's it. You probably saw all my cavities I just had. Um, yeah, yeah, that's it. Everything's still confusing as frick. I'm trying to cram a lot of Japanese so that I can like not be a toddler essentially, right? Like I am like I am sorry, I had like a thought, right? Like if this were me like in the past, or well, if right now we're in the past or whatever, I would be like illiterate. I mean, I am illiterate, but like functionally it would be a lot more difficult if that makes sense, right? I imagine. Probably like how it was for my parents when they immigrated to the US, and like they only spoke Vietnamese. And they had to like back then there was like I remember when I was a kid, they had the little like translation booklet, right? And so it was like this is this, or whatever, this is this. And so they would use that. And it's like a freaking big book, you know, it's not like a small book. Because it like contains every like essential thing that you like kind of need. But now we have freaking Google Translate, ChatGPT, freaking whatever the freak else, you know. So like whenever I'm like confused, I can just like, okay, well let me look this up, or let me like do this, or let me do that, right? But personally wise, right? Like when somebody like, it'd be probably really annoying for me if somebody asked like something, and then I had to like, oh, let me ask ChatGPT, or let me sorry, can you speak into this phone, and then like go translate, right? I'm sure eventually we'll get. Apple probably has like the translate thing, right? I think I'm sure we'll get to a point where like that inconvenience is like not inconvenient, and you'll just have like real time translations or whatever. Um, but like at least right now, I'm I am illiterate, and it's like it feels bad for me because I was very um, in high school, but I was a stupid baby. Uh, but in high school, I would say I was very studious, and in college, I was very studious as well. Um, and I didn't like because that was kind of like how my parents brought me up. So I didn't like being, uh, I would say I didn't like is the right word, but being wrong or like getting like doing poorly, I should say, doing poorly on like whatever assignments I was given. I generally felt bad because my parents made me feel bad, but I thank them for it. It's just how it is. Um, but it's like I guess that carries on to now, where I'm in a country where like I do not speak the language, and I'm like I feel bad because like I don't understand anything, you know. And I mean, I talked about it a little earlier, but I don't understand context. I don't understand like nuance, and not only those two, but I don't understand like just like things in general, like simple things. Um, like people asking me for a bag, I don't even like. I didn't understand that initially, but now I can say like, yes, I want a bag, or no, I don't want a bag, or things like that. Um, but it's not like it's like I don't know how you call it, but like, sorry, I keep saying like. That was one thing that they taught us in freaking IB is to reduce your uses of I forget the word exactly, but like like uh basically filler words. And I was really good at that and in high school because they dock so many points for you just doing that. So I got really good at it. But now that I do like casual speech, I don't really think about it. Maybe I'll attempt to do that less. And that's so off topic. What was I even talking about? I do not remember what I was talking about. Rest in peace. Feeling bad about, oh yeah, like, for example, like, I want to make friends here and stuff like that. I mean, honestly, in general, at any age, it's pretty difficult. Or not at any age, but once you're like out of school, it's pretty difficult to make friends, right? I feel like for me, I feel like I have a pretty good time at making friends in general because I do a lot of activities, right? I'm like pretty active and I do pretty general like, you know, community type activities in the United States, and I probably will do that here. Just not for the sole purpose of making friends, but because that's like the stuff I enjoyed. But in the case that I do make friends here, it's like I want them to understand me and I want to understand them, right? And that's not doable if I don't understand the language, which makes me feel like bad, right? And I haven't really done that. I do have one friend. He's in Kagoshima. I'll go visit him, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks from now, something like that. I don't know. He's only free on the weekends. But next weekend I want to go up to. Oh, I already said this. Next weekend I want to go up to Chichibu, and do the Kamina Botan stamp rally thing. But aside from that, I don't really have anything planned. Kind of just wander. My step count is like freaking crazy compared to like in the United States because I just drive in the United States. Like a 20-minute drive is a 20-minute walk here, right? Like if I need to get somewhere, well, I would say that is not a true statement. But I make a 20-minute trip here by foot, and in the United States, I make a 20-minute travel by car. And so I just have, on average, more steps here than more steps there, obviously. Cardio is not one thing I do. I need to work out on cardio, but I guess I already get it from walking. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. Hopefully, eating will be, the task of ordering and eating things will be easier in the future. Yeah, that's it. Peace.